بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ولقد صدقكم الله وعده إذ تحسونهم بإذنه
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ولقد صدقكم الله وعده إذ تحسونهم بإذنه حتى إذا فشلتم وتنازعتم في الأمر وعصيتم من بعد ما أراكم ما تحبون منكم من يريد الدنيا ومنكم من يريد الآخرة ثم صرفكم عنهم ليبتليكم ولقد عفا عنكم والله ذو فضل على المؤمنين إذ تصعدون ولا تلوون على أحد والرسول يدعوكم في أخراكم فأثابكم غما بغم لتحزنوا
فأثابكم غما بغم لكي لا تحزنوا على ما فاتكم ولا ما أصابكم
فأثابكم غما بغم لكي لا تحزنوا على ما فاتكم ولا ما أصابكم والله خبير بما تعملون
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم يا أيها الذين آمنوا كونوا قوامين بالقسط شهداء لله
إن يكن تتبعوا الهوى أن تعدلوا وإن تلووا أو تعرضوا فإن الله كان بما تعملون خبيرا. يا أيها الذين آمنوا بالله ورسوله والكتاب الذي نزل على رسوله والكتاب الذي أنزل من قبل ومن يكفر بالله وملائكته وكتبه ورسله واليوم الآخر فقد ضل ضلالا بعيدا. إن الذين آمنوا ثم كفروا ثم آمنوا ثم كفروا ثم ازدادوا كفرا لم يكن الله ليغفر لهم ولا ليهديهم سبيلا.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. يا أيها الذين آمنوا إذا قمتم إلى الصلاة فاغسلوا وجوهكم
يا أيها الذين آمنوا إذا قمتم إلى الصلاة فاغسلوا يا أيها الذين آمنوا إذا قمتم إلى الصلاة فاغسلوا وجوهكم وأيديكم إلى المرافق وامسحوا برؤوسكم وأرجلكم إلى الكعبين وإن كنتم جنبا فاطهروا وإن كنتم مرضى أو على سفر أو جاء أحد منكم من الغائط أو لامستم النساء فلم تجدوا ماء فتيمموا صعيدا طيبا فامسحوا بوجوهكم وأيديكم منه ما يريد الله ليجعل عليكم من حرج ولكن يريد ليطهركم وليتم نعمته عليكم لعلكم تشكرون.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. قل لا أملك لنفسي نفعا ولا ضرا إلا ما شاء الله ولو كنت أعلم الغيب لاستكثرت من الخير
قل لا أملك لنفسي نفعا ولا ضرا إلا ما شاء الله ولو كنت أعلم الغيب لاستكثرت من الخير وما مسني السوء إن أنا إلا نذير وبشير لقوم يؤمنون هو الذي خلقكم من نفس واحدة وجعل منها زوجها ليسكن إليها فلما تغشاها حملت حملا خفيفا فمرت به فلما أثقلت دعوى الله ربهما لئن آتيتنا صالحا لنكونن من الشاكرين فلما آتاهما صالحا جعلا له شركاء فيما آتاهما فتعالى الله عما يشركون أيشركون ما لا يخلق شيئا وهم يخلقون
Please open your Holy Quran in front of you, and you have to together find chapter At-Tawbah, verse 124 to 127. You get it then recite and then translate into good English. Twenty-four
124 until
to 127.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وإذا ما أنزلت سورة فمنهم من يقول أيكم زادته هذه إيمانا فأما الذين آمنوا فزادتهم إيمانا وهم يستبشرون وأما الذين في قلوبهم مرض فزادتهم رجسا إلى رجسهم وماتوا وهم كافرون أولا يرون أنا and whenever there comes down a surah or a chapter of Quran, فَمِنْهُمْ مَنْ يَقُولُ, so some of them say, أَيُّكُمْ زَادَتْهُ هَذِهِ إِيمَانًا, which one of you who increased his belief, his faith by this? فَأَمَّا الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا, so those who believe, فَزَادَتْهُمْ إِيمَانًا, so their faith increased. وَهُمْ يَسْتَبْشِرُونَ, and they rejoice or they feel happy. وَأَمَّا الَّذِينَ فِي قُلُوبِهِمْ مَرَضٌ, and those whose heart was diseased, فَزَادَتْهُمْ رِجْسًا إِلَى رِجْسِهِمْ, so it increased their suspicious into their suspicious. وَمَاتُوا وَهُمْ كَافِرُونَ, and they died while they were disbelievers. أَوَلَا يَرَوْنَ أَنَّهُمْ يُفْتَنُونَ فِي كُلِّ عَامٍ, don't you see that they are put into trial in every year, marratan aw marrataini, once or twice, ثُمَّ لَا يَتُوبُونَ, then they do not repent, do not turn to repent, وَلَا هُمْ يَذَّكَّرُونَ, nor they take a lesson. وَإِذَا مَا أُنزِلَتْ سُورَةٌ, and whenever there comes down a surah, نَظَرَ بَعْضُهُمْ إِلَى بَعْضٍ, they pay attention or they look at each other. هَلْ يَرَاكُمْ مِنْ أَحَدٍ, did you see anyone of did anyone see you? ثُمَّ انصَرَفُوا, then they turn away. صَرَفَ اللَّهُ قُلُوبَهُمْ, Allah turn away their hearts. بِأَنَّهُمْ قَوْمٌ لَا يَفْقَهُونَ, because they are the people who do not understand.
Yeah. You have to give the meaning of vocabulary below the first, maybe word or phrases. زادته هذه إيمانا.
زادته هذه إيمانا. Which one of you who increased his faith by this?
By this chapter.
Yeah, by this surah, by this chapter.
وَهُمْ يَسْتَبْشِرُونَ,
and they rejoice or they feel happy.
وَمَاتُوا وَهُمْ كَافِرُونَ,
And they die while they are disbelievers.
They hypocrite.
Yeah.
ثُمَّ لَا يَتُوبُوا,
Then they do not turn to repent.
They don't repent. They don't repent. صَرَفَ اللَّهُ قُلُوبَهُمْ.
Allah turn away their hearts.
Okay. Now please interpret these verses into the English.
Okay. This verse tells us about the attitude of the disbelievers. Actually, two of people here. The attitude of disbelievers and the attitude of believers when they receive a surah. So, وَإِذَا مَا أُنزِلَتْ سُورَةٌ, when there comes down a surah or a chapter of Quran, فَمِنْهُمْ مَنْ يَقُولُ, so among of them or some of them say, the people here are the disbelievers. أَيُّكُمْ زَادَتْهُ هَذِهِ إِيمَانًا, which one of you who increased their faith by this? So it is like a mock of the disbelievers to the Prophet and believers. Is it impossible by only one verse, one chapter, and then you will believe in Allah and His Messenger? So they mock the Prophet and the Messenger and the believers. So what happened to the believers actually? فَأَمَّا الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا فَزَادَتْهُمْ إِيمَانًا, those who believe, so it increased their faith. Yeah, for the believers, of course, it increased their faith. Like what Allah mentioned in other surah. إِنَّمَا الْمُؤْمِنُونَ إِذَا ذُكِرَ اللَّهُ وَجِلَتْ قُلُوبُهُمْ وَإِذَا تُلِيَتْ عَلَيْهِمْ زَادَتْهُ إِيمَانًا. So when a surah or a verse come to the believers, So the first one, their hearts are very happy because they will get the knowledge from Allah and the Messenger. And the second one, zadathu imana. Of course, it will increase their faith because time by time they're always guided by Allah. Wahum yastabshirun. Yeah, they feel happy with that because many things that they will get after a Quran sending down to them. Wa amma alladhina fi qulubihim marad, and those for those whose heart are diseased, فَزَادَتْهُمْ رِجِسًا إِلَى رِجِسِهِمْ. So for them, it just increased their doubt, their suspicion, time by time. So finally, وَمَاتُوا خَتَمَ اللَّهُ عَلَى قُلُوبِهِمْ وَسَمْعِهِمْ وَأَبْصَارِهِمْ. Finally, Allah made their eyes, their ears are closed, and then finally they die while they are in the disbelieving, or become the disbelievers. أَوَلَا يَرَوْنَ أَنَّهُمْ يُفْتَنُونَ فِي كُلِّ عَامٍ مَرَّةً أَوْ مَرَّتَيْنِ. Did you see that when they were put into trial every year, مَرَّةً أَوْ مَرَّتَيْنِ ثُمَّ لَا يَتُوبُونَ وَلَا هُمْ يَذَّكَّرُونَ. Actually, the disbelievers and the hypocrites had been put into trial for many times. For example, when they go to the war, they went to the war, they got lost, and they never study from that. They never learn from that loss. And also, after Allah has given them the trial, and they got lost once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, and etc. They never learn, and they never repent to Allah. وَإِذَا مَا أُنزِلَتْ سُورَةٌ نَظَرَ بَعْضُهُمْ إِلَى بَعْضٍ. So whenever there comes down a surah, نَظَرَ بَعْضُهُمْ إِلَى بَعْضٍ. He looked one to another. So this is another attitude of the hypocrites and disbelievers. When a surah comes to them, they said, هَلْ يَرَاكُمْ مِنْ أَحَدٍ ثُمَّ انصَرَفُوا. Did anyone see you? He wants to ask his companion. When we turn away from the surah recited by the Prophet Muhammad SAW, did anyone see you that we don't see them, don't follow them? So, Sarafallahu qulubahum. Actually, Allah knows that they don't pay attention to the surah. So Allah, this is the effect of what they did. Allah turned away their heart. بِأَنَّهُمْ قَوْمٌ لَا يَفْقَهُونَ. Because actually, since the first time, they never want to open their heart, and finally, they will never understand about what Allah sent down to them.
Yeah. Now the next question, you try to see chapter verse 124, right? Yeah. In this verse, yeah, Allah give parable, the distinguishing of the faith, yeah, in receiving revelation, yeah, revelation between believer and disbeliever, or they have a faith. Yeah. I just want to see and ask you, essentially, yeah, what for Allah give this statement, this send down this statement?
Yeah, to distinguish between the disbeliever is different with believers. Because maybe some hypocrites think that they can deceive the Prophet and the believers. Maybe they say believe in their like the hypocrite. They say believe with their tongue, but actually in their heart not. So to make it apparent for the believers, Allah sent it down to this. Allah sent it down this verse.
Yeah, yeah. Allah wants to see and prove, yeah, about the faith of His creature. Yeah, but according to the hurt of each man, yeah, okay, this is confirmed by Allah. In the next verses, Allah says here, وَأَمَّا الَّذِينَ فِي قُلُوبِهِم مَرَضٌ فَزَادَهُمْ رِجْسٌ إِلَى رِجْسِهِمْ وَمَاتُوا وَهُمْ كَافِرُونَ. I just want to ask you, why Allah used the term فِي قُلُوبِهِم مَرَضٌ فَزَادَهُمْ رِجْسًا. The first, the term of marad, and then Allah claimed them, rich, devil. What does Allah mean?
Allah mentioned here by saying the word marad. Marad means the disease, but it's not disease like headache, stomachache. Of course not. But maradun here means the disease of heart, like envy, hatred, and etc. So, of course, because their hearts are covered by many diseases, this is the effect of what they have, what they did. فَزَادَتْهُمْ رِجْسًا إِلَى رِجْسِهِمْ. Because their hearts are covered, their hearts are sealed up. So Allah said, زَادَتْهُمْ رِجْسًا إِلَى رِجْسِهِمْ. Allah increased their suspicion or their doubt time by time. So like Allah also mentioned in other ayah, فِي قُلُوبِهِمْ مَرَضٌ فَزَادَهُمُ اللَّهُ مَرَضًا. So when you have one disease in your heart, Allah increase more and more, so that your heart covered and sealed up by Allah.
Okay. The next maybe. I want to still ask you about the verse 127, the end of this statement, this verse. Allah wrote by his statement. قلوبهم صرف الله قلوبهم بأنهم قوم لا يفقهون. What does Allah mean here? Because they are the people who do not understand. More than that, I need you try to interpret what does Allah mean by statement قوم لا يفقهون.
بِأَنَّهُمْ قَوْمٌ لَا يَفْقَهُونَ means because they are the people who do not understand. يَفْقَهُونَ here, who do not understand deeply. So it is really different with يَعْلَمُونَ. If يَعْلَمُونَ, they don't know only, but يَفْقَهُونَ, if the believers, the Prophet has explained to them again and again for many times and in deep understanding, but finally they still become the people who do not understand, because from the first time they have chosen to turn away from the surah which is sent down by Allah.
Okay. Now, the next question. According to the historical background of these verses, what is the reason of Allah sent down?
Actually, the reason of I didn't find the historical background, but if you ask me about why Allah sent down this verse, Allah wants to prove that the disbelievers really have chosen to be disbelievers since the first time.
No, sir. We try to see also the munasabah or red line of the verses with verse before.
Okay. The red line from this verse with the previous verse, if the previous verse chapter At-Taubah 123 tells us about the people or the disbeliever who are close to the believers, and also find hardness in you. It means you should firm to them. So in this verse, Allah mentions the reason why you should fight the disbelievers.
The next, when someone asks you, right? Okay, after we study, talk about this verse more and more deeply. So, what is the core idea of this verse?
The core idea of this verse is talking about the difference between believers and disbelievers. When the different attitude of believers and disbelievers in receiving the chapter of Quran.
Yeah. Last but not least, I think we have to give the note as the admonition can be taken from this verses.
Okay. The admonition that can be taken from this verse, firstly, when you are recited or sending down a surah or a chapter of Quran, you have two choices. The first one, to mock it. The second one, to increase your faith. So you, of course, the first thing that you just to choose is receive it happily. And then the second one, actually, the heart of these believers are covered by the disease. So what you explain to them will be useless for them.
Okay, now,
And
thank
then,
you.
thirdly, the disbeliever will never take a lesson from their mistakes. So, as a Muslim, you should be different from them. You just learn a lesson from many things that happen to you. And then the last one, the disbelievers have chosen to be disbelievers and cover their hearts since the first time. So turn away from them.
Okay, that's all. Thank you.